The Hummingbird Stillness, Finding the Quiet in Farrah Jordan by Ruben White. Farrah Jordan carried her anxieties like a worn leather satchel, its straps digging into her shoulders with the weight of unspoken fears. Her mind, a restless hummingbird, flitted from one worry to the next, its wings a blur of what-ifs and maybes. She often felt like a ship lost at sea, tossed about by waves of doubt, the lighthouse of her own inner peace a distant, flickering glimmer. The lyrics of an old song, a melody her grandmother used to hum, echoed in the quiet corners of her mind. When I feel you dreaming, I think of sunsets, how high my high gets. It was a whisper of warmth, a fleeting image of vibrant hues painting the sky, a stark contrast to the muted grays that often clouded her inner landscape. She yearned for that everlasting love, not in a romantic sense, but a deep, abiding self-acceptance, a satisfying love for the woman she was, flaws and all. Her days often felt like walking through a dense fog. Simple tasks loomed large, each decision a mountain to climb. The sun breezes and moonlight teases that others enjoyed seemed to pass her by unnoticed, overshadowed by the internal storm. Social gatherings felt like friendly invasions, her heart hammering a frantic rhythm against her ribs, each interaction a potential landmine of judgment. The late-night persuasion of her own thoughts often kept her tethered to her worries long after the world had drifted to sleep. One afternoon, sitting on a park bench beneath the dappled sunlight, Farrah watched a real hummingbird. It hovered, a tiny jewel suspended in midair, its wings a furious blur. Then, for a fleeting moment, it stilled. Completely still. In that pause, Farrah saw a reflection of her own frantic mind, and the profound peace that could exist in stillness. The lyrics returned, this time with a different resonance. Each time you passed me by, you saw me fade away. It struck her, she had been so consumed by her inner turmoil that she had faded into the background of her own life, a ghost in her own story. But the next line offered a sliver. This wasn't about waiting for someone else's love, it was about cultivating her own. The journey wasn't a straight path, there were stumbles and setbacks. Days where the anxiety felt like a vice grip, squeezing the joy out of everything. But she began to practice small acts of self-compassion. She started journaling, allowing the swirling thoughts in her head to spill onto the page, giving them form and thus, less power. She sought out quiet moments, like the hummingbird stillness, to be, without the pressure to perform or worry. She learned that healing wasn't about eradicating the darkness, but about learning to dance with it. Her anxieties didn't disappear overnight, but they began to lose their sharp edges. She started to see the sun breezes again, to feel the gentle tease of the moonlight. The world, once a source of fear, slowly began to reveal its beauty. Farrah realized that the everlasting love she craved wasn't some elusive external force, but a wellspring within herself, waiting to be tapped. The satisfying love wasn't about perfection, but about accepting her imperfections, about treating herself with the same kindness she would offer a dear friend. And perhaps, just perhaps, the mystifying love she longed for was the unfolding mystery of her own resilient spirit, her ability to find light even in the deepest shadows. Her heart, once a frantic drumbeat, began to find a steadier rhythm. The worn leather satchel of her anxieties felt a little lighter each day. Farrah Jordan was learning to breathe, to be present, to find the quiet within the hummingbird's stillness, and in doing so, she was finally giving herself the everlasting love she so richly deserved.